All right, guys, Scott Tig with you back again. I know it's been a while, but that's just me. Working, can't film, same old, same old. But I'm going to show you what I've been doing on the layout. We had our first little mini practice session with the locals. Um, Everything pretty much run pretty good. We run the local up here on Valley Springs here. That's one local that switches this little area here, the lumber yard, the gravel quarry over here, and I think we got a little paint company back here. So it's three industries right there that you can switch off and on. But run that one, and then the paper mill turn from the comes out of this yard here and goes all the way up here, all the way around, going up the grade here to International Paper. There, run that local. Everything turned out pretty good there. Had a guy switching cars with the leasing unit GP38 here. It'll stay in the yard here in International Paper for a while. That's their local switcher, and that picks up all the wood chips, empty wood chip cars here, all the Kalon cars here in the back, and then you got all the 60-foot and 50-foot box cars. The 50-foot box cars will go inside the building here. It can hold 4 box cars in there, and then the 60-foots will go at each door here. You got 4 bay doors here. So that pretty much did pretty well. I was pleased how it worked out. But he switched all this right here, bring the cars here in the small yard. And what he'll do is these 2 tracks right here, these 2 tracks, he'll put all these cars in there for the I guess the train that brings in the stuff. He'll set here if it's ready. He'll go back to the yard if it's not, but if it's ready, then he'll pick up those cars, set his cars out in these tracks here, either this one, or this one. He'll set these cars out here from the yard, and then the local International Paper can switch them out. So yeah, it did pretty good. I'm pleased with that. And then we got the big town that comes out of the yard and goes into what is called Willow Creek. He switches out the printing company here, and then there's a switch right there that goes in the back of the buildings here, which has got WC small engine repair here, Guardian Glass, and you got your Hillcrest water distribution place right here, bottled water, and then you got your little small grain elevator here that serves little small businesses. I think it goes to Charlotte. I think Charlotte, North Carolina. That's where I got it. So this will, I guess, put the grain or whatever it's hauling and heads east to Charlotte and then back. It's just a small, elevator, grain elevator here. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 industries here in Willow Creek. So that turned out pretty good. A lot of runaround moves because you got a main here, got a siding here, and you got a middle track here that he can put his cars in, run around or whatever. It took him probably about an hour and a half to switch all these because of the switches facing you and stuff like that. Like I said, a lot of runaround moves. So that turned out pretty good. But all in all three locals did pretty good. I'm pleased with how they done. So I'll do some paperwork and get all that done and have it more defined and stuff. But I'm pleased. And another thing that I've been doing, I think in the last video you've seen these things here that I showed you I got from Michael's. They was on sale, little sheets and static grass turfs, pretty good. Went ahead and sprayed some yellow and some browns in it to dull it down a little bit to get it like that right there. So that did pretty good because it's just too green, too dark green for me. But I'm going in, as you see here, this is the early stages of scenery. So what I did was I cut the turfs where I needed to. All this will be filled in here with scenery and stuff, but just wanted to put splotches of grass and stuff like that, and I couldn't get the grass applicator under here, so this worked out pretty good. And when I toned them down with the browns and the yellows, I think it did pretty good. And here's some more. I just you know, lay a sheet of paper here and cut a template, and then cut the grass mat out, and then either hot glue it or silicone it. I think I siliconed these, which did pretty well. But when I get the other scenery on here and stuff like that, and hide it and bring it up here and there, it won't look bad. You won't even know it's there. Did some more here, right there, on top of this little hill here, and then a few here. Now this is pieces of the grass mat here that I glued and put in between these two rocks you see there. And then on this hill here beside this bridge, I put this bridge in also, little highway overpass here. It goes over the tracks here at Maplewood. This is where the pusher service will be staged at. So they come up the grade here and then go up under this overpass here. And there's another grass mat here on this side. And like I said, when I get all the scenery up through here and all this stuff, it'll tie it all in. You can't tell, you won't be able to tell it's there. There's some trees that go in this and also, but just filling it in like a puzzle. Jigsaw puzzle is mainly what it is. Just cut pieces, and it goes together pretty good. If you got like pieces, you can hide the edges really well because that's static grass. But what I do is it's thick, and what I do is I peel off layers of the backing to get it thin as possible and lay it down on the hills. A little bit too thick to do something like this. You can, but I try to prefer it being real thin and then laying it across there. It doesn't hurt it one bit, doesn't tear off the grass, static grass on the top. So you can do that, but I mean, it's like, you know, right there, there's an edge here. You can't really tell where it stops and starts after you you know, seen all this stuff in here. I mean, you won't be able to tell. It's just like that right there. Finish this, you can't tell where it stops and starts. Static grass, all this right in here with new static grass on top of it a little bit to hide it. Scenery here, tied it all in. You see there, and it just hides everything. Same way on this side. So that's what I've been doing here. Been working on this area here, going up the grade here at Maplewood. Need probably about 3 more boxes of trees. if I get some good boxes of trees. But then I'll go back in and start doing small details and tying it all together. This is just an overall, you know, the scenery. But you go in and then you start doing your detail work. Just getting like sort of like a painting, you know, you got to start from the background and work your way up till you get to the small details to bring it all together. And this is basically what it is. A lot more work on it, but I'm finally getting to the point where the overall stuff is almost done. Been debating here to put mountains, painting mountains back in here. Think I might do that all the way around through here to tie all that together, make it more in, you know, a depth, like it goes on back through the mountainous area here. But sometimes, you know, being a videographer, being in the mountains like in West Virginia and stuff like that, Kentucky, when you're in that area, you usually don't see the mountains that good because you're in the mountains. So, you know, like if you're in a place where it's in the start of the mountains, you see mountains back behind the scenery. But like if you're actually there in the mountain area, you usually don't see the mountains that much because the mountains is overpowering the other mountains, and you can't see the, you know, the horizon in the depth. So I'll have to debate on that, but I think I'm going to do it. Put some mountains back behind here just to give it a little bit more depth and detail. But that's what I've been doing here. Like I said, we had a little mini op session, practice op session. Everything went well, so I'm very pleased. And when I get some more stuff done, I'll let you see it. But until next time, guys, and also if you have any questions, just comment below, and please like and, you know, share and subscribe to the channel. I know I ain't been putting a bunch of videos on, but when I can, I try to for you guys. But like I said, it's just hard for me to work and video and stuff like that. I mean, when I go at it, I go at it. I mean, I got a lot of friends that say I'm a robot, but you know, I try to get a goal in mind when I come down here and work and meet that goal, and then I can quit. But if I don't, then I'll just ponder on it till I get it done. So that's just me. Like I said, the overall layout scenery is almost done. Then it's like in the small details and areas all over the layout to get it all tied together. But when I get some more stuff done, guys, I'll let you see it. Until next time, guys, stay safe, happy modeling. See you later.